The discovery, desert, sunset, a vast, endless desert. Wind howls. Sand sweeps across ancient ruins half buried in time. A convoy of SUVs pulls up. Introduce, Dr. Lena Hart, archaeologist, rational, driven, Ethan Cole, photographer, skeptical, sarcastic, Professor Malik, ancient languages expert, uneasy, Sarah, grad student, curious, intuitive, Omar, local guide, nervous, ruins, night, flashlights cut through darkness. Walls filled with disturbing hieroglyphs, Sarah, whispering, these symbols. They're not Egyptian, Malik, no older. Much older. Omar refuses to go further. Omar, you should not open what sleeps here. Hidden chamber, they discover a sealed stone altar. On it, a massive, decayed book bound in blackened leather, the Book of the Dead. The air drops cold instantly. Ethan, oh great. Definitely cursed. Lena, we didn't come all this way to walk away. She opens it. A low, inhuman whisper echoes. The awakening, camp, night. The team studies the book. The pages are filled with shifting symbols. Almost alive, Malik, terrified, this isn't a record. It's an instruction. Sarah, instruction for what? Malik, to bring them back. Scene, first reading. Sarah reads a passage aloud unknowingly. The wind outside stops, silence. Then, a distant scream. Desert, night, a dead body buried in sand twitches. Its eyes snap open, black as void. Camp, Ethan reviews photos, figures appear in the background. That weren't there before, Ethan, guys. We're not alone. First death, Omar is dragged screaming into darkness by something unseen, his screams distort. Becoming inhuman, then silence. The possession, ruins, night, Sarah begins acting strange, she whispers in an unknown language, her reflection moves differently, possession seen, Sarah suddenly snaps, her body contorts unnaturally, Sarah, possessed, voice layered, ancient, you open the gate, blood pours from her eyes, chaos, dead figures rise from the sand, the ruins come alive with shadowy entities, Ethan is attacked, barely escapes, Malik's revelation. Malik, the book doesn't raise the dead, it lets something enter them. Second death, Professor Malik is dragged into a wall of darkness, his body collapses empty, descent into hell, underground tomb, Lena and Ethan flee deeper underground. The architecture becomes impossible. Shifting, whispers everywhere, discovery, they find murals depicting the truth, ancient priests seal the demonic entity using the book is a key, not a weapon, Lena breaks, Lena, I did this. I opened it, Ethan, then we close it, Sarah returns, fully transformed, skin cracked, eyes void black, Sarah, entity, there is no closing what has begun, final battle, Ethan fights possessed Sarah, Lena grabs the book, pages flipping violently, the final ritual, altar chamber, Lena realizes the truth, the book must be sealed with a life sacrifice, emotional climax, Ethan, do it, Lena, no, Ethan, you have to finish this, sacrifice. Ethan holds off the entity, Lena chants from the book, the chamber shakes violently, Ethan is consumed by darkness, screaming, sealing, the book slams shut, everything goes silent, desert, dawn, Lena stumbles out alone, rescue teams arrive, she looks broken, final twist, later, the book sits in a government facility, locked away, a researcher opens it slightly, whispers begin again, the page turns on its own. A new name appears. Camp, late night, the lantern flickers violently, the book lies open, its pages slowly breathe, like lungs, Ethan, okay. I'm officially uncomfortable now, Lena, it's just the wind, Ethan, there is no wind, silence, Sarah leans closer to the book, the symbols begin to rearrange themselves, close on, page, the text morphs into something readable, Sarah, whispering, hypnotized, from dust. We return. Malik, stop, too late, she finishes the sentence, desert, same time, the ground trembles, sand shifts, a hand bursts through the surface, then another, dozens, camp, a low-frequency hum fills the air, everyone clutches their heads, Omar, terrified, you called them. Distant figures approach, shadows move unnaturally fast across dunes, not walking, gliding, ruins, Hallway, they barricade themselves inside, heavy breathing, silence, then, scratching, from the walls, Sarah's transformation, slow horror, Sarah sits in the corner, shaking, Lena, Sarah. Talk to me, Sarah slowly looks up, her pupils are gone, only black, Sarah, voice layered, echoing, it's cold. Where we were buried, her spine cracks as she stands, back bending wrong, full possession, her jaw unhinges wider than humanly possible, a second voice emerges beneath hers, entity, through Sarah, we have waited beneath your world, attack, she lunges, Ethan shoves her back. She slams into a wall, then crawls up it like an insect, Ethan, nope. That's not human, Omar's fate, brutal scene, Omar tries to run, the door bursts open, a corpse tackles him, more pile on, they tear into him, bones snap, his scream becomes a gurgle, then, silence, inside the room, blood seeps under the door, everyone frozen. Deeper tomb, night, the group escapes underground, walls now covered in fleshy, pulsing textures, the ruin is changing, alive, Ethan, tell me this isn't happening, Malik, we are no longer in the ruin, that we are inside it, the whispering, thousands of voices, all speaking at once, begging, screaming, laughing, wall visions, faces pushed through the stone, mouths open in silent agony, Lena touches wall, a vision hits her, ancient priests screaming, sacrifices being performed, the book glowing, something massive beneath them, trying to rise, Lena, crying, this isn't resurrection, it's invasion, Malik's death, horror moment, Malik translates frantically, Malik. The gate is open. The vessel must, a shadow slips into his mouth, he freezes, eyes widen, Malik, possessed, the vessel is ready, his body implodes inward, then collapses like an empty shell, altar chamber, the original chamber. Now transformed, the air is thick, almost liquid, the book floats above the altar, Sarah returns, final form, her body barely human, limbs elongated, skin cracked, glowing from within, eyes like endless voids, entity, through Sarah, you open the door, now witness what comes through, creature emergence, the ground splits, something huge moves beneath, not fully seen, only glimpses, claws. Eyes. Endless darkness, final plan, Lena flips through pages. Finds a final ritual, her hands shake, Lena, reading, it must be sealed with blood. Willingly given. She looks at Ethan, Ethan, yeah. I figured. Final stand, Ethan grabs a flare, charges the entity, Ethan, HEY. Come get me, Sarah lunges, they crash violently, ritual, Lena chants, the book burns with dark fire, symbols rise into the air, Ethan's death, the entity grabs Ethan, lifts him unnaturally, his body begins to twist, bones snapping one by one, Ethan, screaming, do it, Lena, final word, Lena, I'm sorry, sealing the gate, she finishes the chant, a shockwave erupts, everything SERMS at once. The creature is dragged back down, Sarah disintegrates, silence, the book slams shut. Government facility, night, cold. Sterile, men in suits observe the book, locked behind glass, researcher, curious, he opens it slightly, close on, page, the ink begins to move, forming words, welcome back. Lights flicker, a whisper fills the room, the researcher smiles. Unnaturally, his eyes turn black.